It's Sunday, the 29th of December. I'm Ivan Orlovic, your host for Earthworks Hub. This is, the final episode for 2024. If you're like me and you had a big Christmas, you've probably been overeating, drinking, all that sort of stuff. I did stop for a little while because I had some stomach issues and that, but I've been sort of hitting the scotch again lately, and it's actually good. I did miss it. So thank you for joining me. All right, so I'm currently on a little bit of a break. It's like a working holiday, so I'm still working. As you can see, I'm on here, but I am doing little bits and pieces in between, and also trying to have a bit of a break. I don't know what most of you are doing, but for me to relax, it takes a lot. I'm always thinking, the mind's always ticking over. My wife always tells me, you need to relax, find something different. So what I decided to do is a movie marathon. So I missed out. I like watching episodes like Yellowstone, Tulsa King and all that, and I thought, you know what, I missed out on heaps of episodes because I was so busy during the year. I thought this would be a good chance to have a catch up. So I've actually been catching up on the Tulsa King. So on a few episodes ago, a lot of people were talking about Tulsa King and they were saying how good it was. Now what I did is a marathon, and I've totally caught up. So I watched all the rest of Tulsa King. I watched all the episodes of Yellowstone, so all the final episodes of that. And I'll tell you what, man, some interesting watching, interesting viewing. So if anyone hasn't seen Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone, or you haven't seen Yellowstone, you must go and watch them, man. They're very, very good series. I don't really like spending time watching TV. I always feel like it's a big waste. But my wife is right. I do need to sit down sometimes and just not think about anything else. And that's my way of doing it. So she was right, so thank you to her. And then on top of that, I started watching 1883. So if anyone's watched those shows, let me know what you think, because I'm in love with them, man. I'm obsessed. 1883, I watched the whole thing yesterday and today, and I'm on the last episode. So don't tell me what happens, but I'm on the last episode, which I will watch after this. So I can't wait to see that. And then apparently there's 1923, the next series. So I'm gonna have to watch that next. But that is what I'm trying to do to relax at the moment. So my movie marathon is saving me. So it's the end of the year. Matt Wild saying no good deed on Netflix. Yeah, true, man. They just get you addicted. No good deed. Is that what the series is called? I might have to do that. And the Rock Culture's SRA, Rock Culture South Australia, is saying get onto Territory. So this is what's going to happen now. Everyone's going to give me more and more movies to watch, and I'll be just sitting here watching everything, getting fat, eating. Matt Wild is saying, yeah, that's right, no good deed. Yeah, that's it, man. So we'll see how we go. I'll finish 1883. Maybe I'll jump on to 1923, whatever that one is. I think it's 23. Then I'll have a look at these ones. Yeah. So thank you very much for those suggestions. This time of the year is a really good time for two things. One is to reflect on what we've done for the year, and also a good time to start planning for the new year. So I am solo, so what I'm going to do is talk about I'm going to reflect a little bit on my year, and then what I'm going to do is sorry, I just had to laugh because Matt Wild is saying, and people, I can watch my ad for the 2 Savage on the Digga. Yeah, that's it, man. Oh gosh, that's it. I'll be watching out for that. Look out, we'll be doing some more ads coming up, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled. There's more and more stuff coming. But it's a good time to reflect on the year and look at what you've actually done, because sometimes we can feel like we haven't done much. Like, sometimes people say to you, oh, what'd you do this year? And you go, I don't know, not much, man, same crap. But if you actually stop and think, you've probably done a lot. So it's a good time, I think it's actually wise to write them down. Sometimes sit down, write down what you've done for the year, and you will be surprised. Just even the bigger things, you'll be surprised how much you actually do. So then you can actually pat yourself on the back and say, you know what, I did a fair bit. Then you can actually look at planning for 2025. So that's what we're going to talk about as today's topic: setting goals for 2025 and reflecting on 2024. So keep your notepads open. I'm going to give you 5 really, really good tips on what you can do for goal planning for next year. All right, so personal reflections for myself this year was massive, and then I wonder why I'm fatigued, because I sold machines, sold my trucks, my equipment, sold everything so I could focus on Earthworks Hub. I built Project Spalding on my own as well, so did a Terra Pro saying Pat on the back. Yeah, built Project Spalding, so owner built that warehouse, signed up a tenant on that. I moved house in between then, also renovated the house, sold some properties, interviewed heaps of guests, met a lot of awesome people along the way, a lot of good people in the industry, and a lot of those guys are on here now. So I do want to say thank you very much to everyone that's helped me in this year, and everyone that's appeared on my show, everyone that gives me suggestions, people that give me all the positive feedback. I really want to say a big thank you to all you guys, because you make me keep going. The way you inspire me, give me tips, and the laughs that we have and all that stuff keeps me going. So I really appreciate everyone that's been on the show, everyone that's hasn't been on the show but also sent me messages. A lot of people send me stuff in the background, and I really appreciate that. Also, thanks to all the sponsors that have come on this year, all the people who have partnered with me, all the affiliates, all the people that have given me a go by becoming affiliates and wanting to give all my followers discounts and that. So thank you to all those people. People that have sent me stuff, everyone that's sending me stuff in the background, everyone. So I do really have to say thank you to everyone for this year. Without you, I don't think I would have done it on my own. So more and more stuff to come, and a lot of those people will be involved. So keep your eyes peeled for next year. But on top of that, so I did meet some really, really awesome people. Thank you to everyone. I got to travel, so I traveled a bit this year, met a lot of people on sites, went to look at their projects. We went to Digga in Brisbane, met all the guys in Bris Vegas there, went to Diesel Dirt and Turf. I did a whole bunch of stuff this year, and there's more to come on that. Heaps more to come. Met a lot of people also that helped me with my social media, so thank you to everyone for that, and to everyone that listed on the Earthworks Hub website and has participated in that stuff. So thank you very much. Big year. But 2025 is just going to be even bigger. So I'm looking forward to that. I can see heaps of love hearts up here in TikTok. I haven't said anything, but thank you very much. People are liking it. Thank you very, very much for everyone on TikTok as well. And I do feel sorry for all the TikTokers, because I do leave you out when I have guests. But if you don't have an Instagram account, next year get yourself one, because we're going to have a shitload of guests and we're going to be doing a lot more. All right. Don't forget, one thing I've got to go through is all my sponsors. So thank you once again to everybody that's a sponsor, which is MOBA Australia, which joined a bit earlier. Thank you very much. Network Finance, the Bole Group, Melbourne Tractors, Spartan Machinery, JR Safety Code, Digga, Godings, Earthmoving Warehouse, RecordTime, and Plastube. So thank you to all those people that sponsored me, like I said earlier. Also to the affiliates, 2 Savage, Hard Hat Watches, and Telesin. You guys are offering discounts to my viewers and that, giving me a chance to review your products. So Telesin sent me another one just now. So I've got this neck. What is it? It's a neck holder, magnetic neck holder they want me to review. So that'll be coming up soon. And there's a lot more happening, guys. So thank you to all those sponsors and all the people that have told me that they're going to come on in the new year. So I'll be coming and knocking on your door, guys. All right. So, and don't forget to use my discount codes. So that's eWorks Hub and eWorks Hub 10 on eWorks Hub 10 for everything else, and on 2 Savage it's eWorks Hub 10. All right. So this week as well, 2 things before I go on to the goal setting for next year. 2 things. Why is there balloons? What have I done? There's all balloons coming up on my screen. I've never seen that. I've seen the thumb. When I do thumbs up, a little thumb symbol comes up. But suddenly these balloons all popped up. Anyway, before I go on to the goal setting, some posts I sent out this week was for 2 Savage glasses, which someone mentioned earlier. So 2 Savage glasses, I got a black pair from them now. Very, very good glasses. And they also, what is that? What the hell? It's party time, yeah. Terra Pro saying, what the hell? I don't know why balloons were popping up. I went like that. Does that make the balloons come up? No, I don't know. I did some hand actions because I like to talk with my hands, and then all these balloons came up. 2 Savage as well. Thank you very much. So they sent me another pair of black glasses. Very, very good quality. If you want to get yourself a pair, Earthworks Hub 10 gives you a discount on their products, and a lot more to come there as well. So I'll put another post of that out. And Phillips Plant Hire, we did a giveaway competition. Phillips Plant Hire, we had 2 days, they were giving away 2 days free hire of their Kubota U17. So anyone in Melbourne could use that for 2 days in January. And the winner was James from Railnick Industries. I think that's how I say it. So Railnick Industries, James was the winner. So congrats to James. I don't know if he's listening, but congratulations. And he's going to post up when he's using the machine. And I dare say I might be there when he's doing it. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I moved very quickly then, didn't I? Let me just have another thing. I've spoken too much. Baden has joined. I haven't seen you for a while, Baden. What's going on? Thank you very much for joining. All right. So like I was saying, I know a lot of people are on holiday, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I don't know if this is going to be a full episode, but we'll see how it goes. All right. So as promised, I am going to talk about, well, I said 5, but it's actually 4. 4 main types of goals that you can set for next year. Baden saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, man, as well, and the family. So I'm going to talk about 4 goals, and I reckon it's important because it's not going to be just about business, not just about Earthworks. This is also life goals for next year. So like I said, if you don't set goals, sometimes you don't know actually what you're working towards. So Jaws Bobcats, hello, he's saying good day as well on TikTok. Nice to see you again. You need to set goals so that you know what you're working towards, because sometimes you can be just floating along and then you're just going with rolling with the punches. And then at the end of the year, you feel like you haven't achieved anything. Whereas if you set a few goals, even if you don't achieve all of them, or even if you only put a couple of goals down and then do a whole lot more, at least you've given yourself something to work towards. And that can be at work, at home, anywhere in life. And I remember when I was managing my business and when I was managing as a manager for Waddle, which was the company I worked at years ago, when I was there, we always got taught to make goals. So you've got some sort of achievement to look forward to at the end of the year. So you've got to work towards something. Right, so let's start with the first one, which is business. So a lot of us here are in business. If you're not in business, take this as business as in where you're working, so your workplace. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a spring clean. And you might have heard a few people say this recently on the internet. I've seen a few guys on Insta post this, but it's so true. It's called a spring clean. You need to spring clean at least once a year, and this is a good time to do it. And when I say spring clean, it means not just looking at what equipment you have and tools and going through your shed and looking at what you've got and deciding, do I really need this anymore, and getting rid of it. It also means looking at people, looking at your employees, looking at your customers, looking at your suppliers. Look around. So now's a good time to list everyone that's a customer, list everyone that's a supplier, all your workers, and then start looking at how are these people adding value to my business? What are they doing for me? Are they negative? Are they positive? Do I need them next year? Do I really not need them anymore? Start doing a analysis and work out who needs to be spring cleaned. So now's a good time to consolidate your customer base and say, you know what, I'm going to focus only on these customers. These ones don't pay that well. These ones always stuff me around. There's always, delays, this, that. Have a look at who your best customers are and say, you know what, I'm going to focus on them. And then also look at maybe you need different types of customers. So, maybe you're just dealing with builders all the time. Maybe now you're going to say, you know what, I might look at working with some landscapers, or I might look at instead of working for this civil company, I might go to another civil company, someone that does road infrastructure, so I can get more into that. So work out where you want to go with the business, which customers are going to be best for you, and also your suppliers. Who's giving you the best rates, who's not. Maybe think about talking to them and saying, hey, listen, I can get better rates over here. If you're not going to do it for me, if you're not going to beat it or match it, then I'm going elsewhere. And that's it, like spring clean. Look at old suppliers that you don't use anymore and don't bother with them. Just let them go and that's it, move on. So this is what I talk about when I say spring cleaning. But it also does mean look at your equipment, look at what machines you've got, what trucks. Do I really need them? Is my business still using that? If you've got a truck that's constantly sitting in the yard and you use it once in a blue moon, think about, is it better off just to hire that truck when I need one, or get someone in with a tipper for the day, you know what I mean, and then just pay him and that's it? So think about all that stuff, yeah? So this is a good time to spring clean. And then also look at, in the same sort of aspect, look at your management, how you're managing your business. So look at your accountant. Is your accountant on the same level as you? Is he or she, I shouldn't say just he, is the accountant giving you the advice that you want? Are they on the same page? Check your super. Have you actually been contributing to super? Are you with the best fund? Look at your insurances. Check out your insurance. Look at your premiums. Ring around or email around nowadays and find other insurance companies. Compare. You might get a better offer somewhere else and get more cover. Who knows? So now's the time to actually look at that and spring clean that part of your business as well. And if you're not in the business, if you're working for someone, look at where you're working. Are you happy there? Are you looking at doing something different? Because now's a good time to actually think about what you want to do. Am I happy to keep going like this? Do I want to move up? Am I a labourer and I want to maybe get into machines? All right, this year my goal is going to be I need to get myself in a machine. I'm going to talk to my boss when we get back and I'm going to say, I want to get in the machine. How do I do it? What do I need to do to get in there? And then that's a goal that you set. So you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that is making sense, people. That's for people that aren't working in the business. TerraPro is saying, hope you have an amazing year, Ivan. Thanks for the opportunities this year to talk all things earth moving. Love the topic. Got to run for tonight. I'm sure we'll talk in the new year. No worries, TerraPro. Thank you as well. He's been on many episodes, and I do really, really appreciate all your help, all your suggestions, and all the input you've been giving as well, man. And there's a lot more to come, yeah? So thank you as well. And for sharing his journeys as well. So that's what I was going to say about management. Then, if you have got a business, look at, are you going to hire new people? Do I need new people? Is this year going to be busy? Start looking at if you need to hire people. And also look at your equipment and say, do I need to buy new equipment? So that's what I was saying before. And finally, for the business section, set some new targets. Set some new targets for the profit you want to achieve, how much sales you want to make. Like, work out and want to make this many sales. All right, then start working backwards and say, all right, how do I make that many? Okay, I'm going to need to get this many customers, this sort of turnover I'm going to need. That's what you need to start working out. So set some sales goals or whatever profit you want. If you're a worker, work out what sort of salary you want, what sort of end money figure you need, and then say, all right, I need to get this much money, or I'm going to have to work overtime, I might have to do this, I might have to do a second job, or I might have to move to another whole new job. Work it out, and then that will give you a goal to work towards. Merry Christmas to think about it. Thank you very much as well for joining on TikTok. So that's the first one, business. The second one is financial. So I'm not talking about business now, I'm talking about at home. So set yourself financial goals for the house. Look at all your bills. Go through all your bills. Gather all your electricity, gas, water, all your utilities. Get all your insurance bills for the house, this and that. Right? Find out, list how much that costs you every year. See if you can get better offers. Ring around, get some new quotes. Move electricity companies if you need to. Consolidate into like one company. Sometimes if you go into one power company, they'll give you everything cheaper. Same as insurance. Maybe you can consolidate a few things. So that's another good option to look at now. Have a look at all your financials. If you've got money invested somewhere, look at what interest rates you're getting, what you can get. Maybe you have to change banks, change accounts. If you've got home loans, you might be able to get better interest rates somewhere else. Start looking at that. So start working on some financials there. Then look at a budget setting for home. Set yourself a budget for the year and say, you know what, how much do we need for all the power rates, this, that? And then say, okay, so we're going to need this much per month to cover that. When I work or my business, I need to make this much more to have leftover money to live. So that's what I mean. So just make sure that you're setting financial goals at home as well, not just the business. Castle Ridge Excavations is asking, anyone here familiar with Trimble CB430 3D GPS? And then 3D Siteworks just joined straight after that. How funny is that? Maybe he can actually help you. But yeah, Castle Ridge is asking, anyone here familiar with CB430 3D GPS? If anyone is, please DM Castle Ridge Excavations and see if you can help with his question. So that is for Castle Ridge Excavations. Anyone here can help him with the 3D GPS. If not, MOBA might be able to help you with something similar. If you have a Trimble, actually they could probably help you with Trimble too, but they might be able to offer you something as well. Phillips Plant Hire, thank you for joining. I just mentioned earlier that the winner for this week was James from Rayonic, so well done to James for that Phillips Hire competition. Alright, so that was number 2, the financial. So we're talking about goal setting for the year, for 2025. Ooh, Bare Earth Solutions wants to come on. You know what, Bare Earth Solutions, let me finish the next 2 points and I will let you jump on. Give me another few minutes and I'll let you jump on. How's that sound? But you gotta stay on. So you had we spoke about business goals, financial goals. Let's talk about family goals, because a lot of people forget to plan for family stuff for next year. So holidays, make sure that, or ensure. I always say make sure. I look back at my videos and I'm always saying make sure. I've got to change that. So I'm going to say ensure, or try to pre-book some holiday time with your family, because it's easier to just go through the year and say, oh, we'll organise it later. But you know what happens if we don't do it, we don't actually ever do it. Like, I'm one for that. I have to put my hand up for that. My wife is good at saying, you know what, we're going on a holiday, books it, we're done. Whereas I'm always like, yeah, we'll go later. We'll book it next time, and then I'll never do it. So the good thing is to get like a calendar. So get yourself a calendar, and on the calendar work out, for example, where the school holidays are, and start writing in what holidays you're going to take, where you're going to go, and then start pre-planning with your family, because it's important. You need to have getaways, so you're not just work all the time. Yeah. Malcolm on TikTok saying yo. Also plan, and if you are planning on doing holidays, now's a good time to check your passports, because a lot of people get to go to Bali or here or there, international, and they don't have up-to-date passports, and then it's a pain in the bum doing it in the last second. So now's a good time to check all your passports if you are planning international holidays during the year. If you've got renovations, start planning renovations for your house. Any updates you want to do. If you've got a new house you're looking at building, now's a good time to start setting some goals and saying, you know what, we want to build a new house this year. This year we're going to find a block and start building. And as I mentioned before, it's important to be with your family. Schedule some date nights. So a lot of guys in here are going to laugh at me, but you need to schedule date nights. I haven't done it recently, so I need to go and start redoing this, but we used to do it. We used to schedule a date night. So at least once a month, my wife and I will say, you know what, on Friday, such and such, this day, we're going to go away and just leave the kids with the in-laws or somewhere, or with the grandparents, and then we go away somewhere. So, and we go out for the evening, whatever, and spend our own time, personal time together, because it's very easy to just get so involved with work and kids and stuff, and you don't actually spend time with your partner. And you don't want to get to when the kids are left home, you look across at your partner and go, who are you? I don't know you anymore, because you've been so busy working on your own 2 little separate agendas. So that is some best advice I received from someone once. And on that spring cleaning note, which I mentioned earlier about business, looking at your customers, who do you really not need anymore and stuff like that. That also applies when it comes to your friends. If you've got friends, like, you might have a lot of friends, but which friends are the ones that are giving you positive vibes? You know what I mean? So a lot of times we have friends that we just accumulate over time, and then they're just sort of there. They're just there. They're friends. But you got to look at who offers you some type of value, who's positive and boosts you up all the time, who's creative, gives you new ideas, who's on the same page as you. Like, there's no point hanging around with someone that's negative all the time, always hard, always talking about their problems and this, and then you always just be the therapist. You never actually get listened to in return. Sometimes if it's too hard, it's just too hard, man. It should be easy. Who else inspires you? Which of your friends actually inspire you? Who can you learn from? Which friends can you use as mentors and go, you know what, they're actually good people to learn from. We're going to hang around with them more often. You know what I mean? Who do you want to be like? If you got some friends that you look at and go, you know what, that's a good family, man. I want to be like them. Or they're very similar interests. They play similar sports. The kids are in the same sports. They're in similar business, similar industry. they're the people that you want to be with. So not to say, it's time to give everyone the flick. It's just looking at who is best for you, because like I was saying, a lot of friends you can end up just having them there linger, and they just sort of keep you at this level when you could actually be moving up, or going further. I don't know. Hopefully I don't sound like I'm just saying just drop all your mates, and hopefully I've made that sound better than it did, I think. But that's what I'm trying to say. Spring clean, look and interact with people that are going to be positive for you and your family. So that's my third bit of advice. So the third goal setting tip. And the number 4, which is the last tip, or the last type of goal setting that I will talk about, is health. And that's very, very important, because we always put health last. We always do everything else and worry about ourselves last. Well, I know I do, and a lot of people I know do as well. But it's important now to, maybe while you're at home, especially if you're at home now and you're usually flat out at work, now's a good time to sit down and write about all the things that you want to do that you haven't had a chance to do during the year. The Angry Operators joined on TikTok. Here we go. So strive to be better than the best operator you know, taking everything. Sorry, I can't see because of this light. Let me read that again. So strive to be better than the best operator you know, taking everything and make it your own and better. That is very, very well said. So this is good too. So if you're at work, like I was saying before, and you've got someone that is a really good operator and you think you're the best, you can still learn from other people, look at them and go, I want to be like that, and then try and do things on your own and get better and better. So now, very, very good Angry Operator, very, very good bringing it into the operator perspective. So thank you very much again. So the last one is health. And what I'll talk about here is your own health as well. So for instance, myself, I've been saying I've got to go to the dentist, and I keep getting reminders from the dentist saying, you haven't come in for your 6 monthly clean, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'll book it next week, and I haven't done it. So that is one thing. So if you've been putting off like going to the dentist to get your cleans or a filling and stuff like that, now's a chance to write down, all right, I've got to put dentist in there. And as soon as they're back up and running again, ring them up or whatever, book in the time, and then book in your 6 monthly clean or whatever in advance. Don't do what I do. I always say to them, I'll book it later, and then I never do. The Angry Operator saying thank you. And that's his last and only advice for 2024. That's his only advice, last and only advice for 2024. Well, if that's the only advice for 2024, that's really good anyway, man. So it's well worth taking that advice. Yeah, so if you haven't booked things like that, like the dentist, blood tests, like go for your blood tests, like your annual checkups or whatever with the doctor if you haven't booked them in. Because a lot of times people think, I only went recently. And if you actually look back, it might have been 2-3 years ago. And you could miss something that is vital, and you could have prevented something by going. You know what I'm saying? So go get your skin checks. If you watched my skin cancer episode last week, go get your skin checks. Get your eyes tested regular, all that stuff. Write it all down now. So write a list of these things: dentist, skin checks, eye testing, blood test, and then ring the doctor tomorrow if they're open and say, you know what, I'm booking in for this date for this. I'm booking on that date for that. So that way you've done it, it's booked in, and you're going. Massage, physio for everyone that's an operator here or truck driver. I'm sure you all have little back niggles, shoulder pain or something like that, because we all get it. And we all say, I'll get a massage later, or I'll go see a physio one day, and then we never go. So book yourself in. And I think it was Jack Healy that was telling me he goes for regular chiro, he pre-books it all, regular physio, massage. And another guy that was telling me, a mate of mine goes once a month, he already books a back massage because he knows it's going to help him with his back because he's always in the excavators and trucks. So do that for yourself. Book it all now, and that way it's done. And you're already doing it for the year because it's easy to get to the end of the year and go, oh my God, I haven't done anything. But we're going to be having the same conversation. Another big one is seeing a psychologist or a therapist, or booking in to go see someone, a professional to talk to, if you have little issues. If you're suffering anxiety, a little bit of depression or something, or you're questioning things, if you're having thoughts and stuff, now is a good time to write down, I've got to book in to see someone. Because if you don't, that's going to be another thing that you just let go, and you're going to keep going all year and not actually do anything about it. So mental health is a big topic. And I'm going to cover a bit on mental health in a second, but mental health is a big topic and it's a big thing in our industry. And I think it's good to start writing down, I want to go and see someone, and actually go down and actually book something. Do it now while you're on holidays, because once you go back to work, you're going to be back in the work mode, and you'll forget all about it, and you'll just try and keep fighting and going through, and it could get worse. So do it right now. And fitness. A lot of us hate hearing this one. Oh, it's so easy to talk about fitness, but when I come home from work, the last thing I want to do is go and exercise. And I hear that a lot. And ADM Civil saying mental health is so important. It is. It's very, very important. And fitness is a big part of that, because they say by doing fitness, by doing exercise, you're lifting in, you're boosting your endorphins and that. So you're actually creating more happiness for yourself. You're boosting your blood flow, and that's what we need as well. So it's very, very hard to get motivated once you get home after sitting in a truck or a machine all day, and then say, oh man, I've got to go to the gym. But once you start doing it, it becomes programmed, and you just keep going. So all you got to do is start. So Steve Stoikovsky, he's here from TikTok. I haven't seen you for a while. It's hard breaking the mentality of men not talking about problems. That is the big one. Yes, exactly right. So yeah, going back to what I was talking about, the mental health stuff. Even if you don't want to book in to see a therapist, maybe just write down, all right, mental health as a note, and say, you know what, I'm going to talk to someone. I'm going to talk to a mate about it. I'm going to talk to a relative about it, or someone, or my partner. So write that down. That's a goal, because it is. That is a big goal that you need to try and achieve for the year, and that might help you. That one conversation might be all you needed to make you feel better. Hang on, I'm talking too much. 1 second. I see Marchin has joined. Hello, Marchin, my little gym buddy. All right, speaking of gym, see, I just saw him there the other day, so it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you for ages, but that's what I mean. Fitness is a big thing. You need to go to the gym, and if you don't want to go to the gym, just go for simple walks. Take your partner, or your kids, go for walks, go kick the ball after you finish work, and that will lift your endorphins and also help with mental health. So ADM Civil is saying even just call other operators while you're digging. He's talking about himself and TerraPro always talking on the phone, which is really, really good. Very, very handy to have somebody to lean on. And even if you're not just talking about, mental health, like, depression, anxiety, whatever, even if you're just talking about the job or about a project or, something, an issue that you're having, that is going to help you with your mental health. That's all part of it. It's all part of it. So they're the 4 points that I think you need to look at when you're setting goals. So that was business, financial, family, and health. So write down a whole bunch of goals for next year, so that way you've got something to work towards. Because if you don't have something to work towards, you don't know what you've actually achieved for the year. Sometimes you're just floating along. You might float along and think it's all right, but then when you get to the end of the year, if you don't have a list that you can look back at and say, oh wow, man, I actually achieved most of these, you won't know you might not know what you've actually achieved. So it's good to actually look at it and give yourself something. And even, like I said, even if you do more than that, that's a bonus. So Steve Stoikovsky is saying, so trust me, post-injury it's difficult to talk about stuff, but slowly he's getting there. There you go. So he's obviously been injured, and after injury, hard to talk to people. And it's true, yes, it's very, very true. If you've been at home injured, you do sometimes feel like you're a little bit left out, and then you got to try and work your way back into things. So important to talk to people. And on that note, I'm always here to talk as well, guys. So for everyone on TikTok, everyone on Instagram, for all my viewers, always feel free to send me a message if you want to chat or something. If I'm not available, I'll try and call you when I can, or we'll just text and talk. Whatever makes it easy for you, I'm always there. And also you've got the Shaka Project, which is a good. If you go to the Instagram, it's called the Shaka Project. It's a team of people that actually deal with all that sort of stuff: depression, suicide, anxiety, mental health. So it's very, very good to get in touch with them. Beyond Blue, Are You Okay? All those people. So, but worst case, seriously, guys, if you do need to talk to someone, send me a message and we'll start talking. So if I can help in any way, very, very happy. They're the 4 points anyway. What else was there? So speaking of plans, so I'm telling all you guys to plan, but I will tell you some of my plans for next year. So Earthworks Hub is just over a year old. So actually, you know what? I was supposed to have a little competition for that, and I forgot. I was actually supposed to do a little giveaway for a 1 year anniversary. I got so busy that I actually didn't end up doing it. So look out for that. I will do it. After this, I'm going to send out like a little competition. So keep your eyes peeled. I am going to set a few goals for next year. So what we're going to do for Earthworks Hub next year is we're going to have more guests. So I've got a whole bunch of guests on my board over there behind me. So there's at least, man, I think I've already got like 20 guests lined up. We've got new sponsors coming on board, and more affiliates offering discounts to all the followers. So more benefits for you guys. The website's going to have a lot of changes made to it. I keep saying got to stop saying that. And I have new segments coming. So we're going to have, so obviously we've already got maintenance matters. So on top of that, so, you know, flowing on with that, we're going to have marketing matters, mental matters, and money matters. So I'm going to have regular segments where we talk about marketing. So people with businesses and, you know, even anyone with businesses and that we can benefit from learning about how to advertise, how to market the business. And we're going to have different guests coming on to talk about that. So people sharing their skills and knowledge. We're going to have money matters. So I'm going to have guests coming on and talking about financial stuff, insurance, super, what do you call it? Not super. What's the other one? Co-invest, all that sort of stuff. Long service leave, all that stuff. So we're going to have people talking about that. Some accountants. We're going to have insurance brokers, finance brokers. We're going to have all those sort of people coming on talking about different things, money. And I'm going to have mental matters. So I'm going to have specialists or skilled people in that field coming on and talking about mental health, what the symptoms are, how to fix it, what options we have for people that are suffering, how to try and reduce it, all that sort of stuff. So I've got a few things lined up for the new year. So keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be a lot happening because I want to try and help everyone in our industry. So I'm trying to bring all these specialists and all these people in that can help us and offer advice and suggestions to try and make everything a bit easier for us. So I'm sure everyone here is going to enjoy what I have to offer next year, and especially the discounts on that. Take opportunity. Moba was saying a lot of people, they just sent me the other day a little stats thing saying that the people are buying stuff from Moba using the discount code. So if you're getting 10% off on products, that's 10% that you're saving that you would have spent otherwise. So just by being a follower, not even have to be a member, just a follower of Earthworks Hub, and that's what you get. So hopefully that's the return I'm doing for you guys. All right, I'm gonna stop babbling here. Where's Bear Earth? He wanted to come on. I will put him on. The only problem is going to be that TikTok can't hear him, so I will have to if he does come on, I will have to tell everyone on TikTok to finish up. But he's gone. I think he's gone. Oh well, he's gone. Too late. He's missed out. If anyone here does know him, text him and tell him that I'm happy to have him on for the last few minutes of the show. If he doesn't, that's bad luck. He misses out. What else is there? So yeah, after this, I am going to make a little competition for everyone to try and win something as a bit of a thank you or a bit of a celebration for 1 year of Earthworks Hub. I'm going to go and watch the rest of 1883 and maybe even start 1923. We'll see how we go. I'm going to continue my little drinking session. Bear Earth is not responding. I think we're just going to leave it there. Guys, I think it's going to be good enough to say it's the end of the year. We don't have to do a full hour. I'm happy to cut it a bit short to let everyone go and enjoy their break. Don't forget to buy yourself some merch. So you can go and you can get yourself hats, t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of stuff on the earthworkshub.com.au website. So go on there, click on shop, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can buy, stubby holders, I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff on there. Show your support, And if you do get it, don't forget to post up some pictures like a lot of other people have already. So thank you to all those guys that have bought merch and also advertise it, showing everyone. Go on and list your business. If you haven't done it yet, list your business or an event. If you've got an earth moving event somewhere, I've added Diesel Dirt and Turf, AgFest and FarmFest on the website. If you've got other events, also list them on there. If you're doing a dig day or something, put it on so everyone knows about it. If you're looking for jobs, you can go on there. There's a couple of people advertising looking for work. And if you are looking for workers, you can also post positions vacant on there, as well as you can find yourself tip sites on there. So if you need to dump material somewhere, soil, rubbish, rock, whatever it is, there's a whole bunch of tip sites on there already. If you know of any more tip sites that aren't on there, go on and put them in. It's all free to do. Put them on there. Everything's free at the moment, so go on and put it all on there while it's free, man. Keep adding stuff. Put your business on there so people know about you. And vice versa, if you need to use a contractor or any type of earth moving business, go to the website and use someone that's on there. So there's a whole bunch of people listed already. If you're keen on becoming a sponsor or affiliate, hit me up, send me a message. Always happy to get more people on board. And don't forget to follow me on all socials. So that's Spotify, Apple Podcast. I think we're on Castbox as well. I found a few other things that were on Castbox, I think it is. Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, the Facebook group, Facebook, everything. So make sure you go to YouTube. We need a lot more subscribers on there. I'm trying to build that. There'll be a lot more videos, product reviews, site visits next year. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm running out of voice here. I want to say thank you to everyone once again, all my viewers. Thank you for a big 2024 and get ready for a massive 2025. Have yourselves a very safe break if you're on a break at the moment. Don't go too nuts for the New Year's Eve. Wherever you go, be safe. Look out for big crowds and that. A lot of stuff's been happening in the last few years. Just be wary. Look around at all times. That's it. I'm going to call it quits for the rest of this year, guys. All the best. Thank you to all my listeners, and I'll see you all on the next podcast. See you guys.